Hey there everybody, this is Sasquatch, otherwise known as Gavisas, coming back to you again. Thank you all for coming back and rejoining me. And my inane ramblings as I descend into insanity, or further depths of insanity. I suppose that would be more accurate, because we all know I'm already insane. Just to be sitting here in a dark room talking to myself. Probably shouldn't have thrown in the dark room. Anyway, just a quick little housekeeping before we get started. I know the last video was not in high definition. I do not know what the problem with that was. I am having some difficulty understanding file types, what is and what is not technically considered to be high definition. So you're gonna have to give me some patience and work with me, because I'm gonna be trying a couple of different file types. I thought for sure AVI would be accepted as that, but apparently I was wrong. I probably should have guessed based on the fact that it only took like 10 minutes to render out the entire video instead of like much longer. But we live, we learn, we try something different, and hopefully this one you will be seeing in beautiful high definition. No promises though, because I have been known to screw this up multiple times. So, with that out of the way, the concept I would like to talk about today is one that I'm actually going to be stealing from a much more popular YouTube channel, but I don't think they really fleshed it out very much. They just kind of came up with a term, and I'm going to apply it to me. So, the term comes from a movie, so I guess they stole it too. But the movie is The Truman Show. And the term that they coined from it is hitting the Truman Wall. Now, those of you who've seen the movie, and know kind of what I'm talking about here, but the people who haven't, what it is Jim Carrey starts out as a young little child. He's adopted by a TV station, and they make this whole movie about his life, just living it, and everyone knows that it's just a TV show except for him. And they do all sorts of dastardly things to keep him in this fake island movie set sort of thing. And he ends up rebelling against the control of the station and everything else like that once he starts to figure it out. And he sails away in this ship on the simulated ocean and goes as far as he can, which leads him to the edge of the studio. And the whole prow of the ship goes kind of plunging into this wall, and sort of tears apart all the perceptions that he had had before, that, you know, like, life was normal. Because, I mean, when you just suddenly like run your boat into the side of a movie set, it's kind of a big wake-up call. Hey, everything that I thought before is not true. Not a very encouraging thing to wake up to, I'll bet. But such was his experience. And it just kind of takes into account the times in our lives. Well, in my life specifically, because it's my channel and I'm doing this, and it's a very narcissistic way of living. Don't try this. But again, it just kind of applies to people's lives in reality, where it's like, okay, all the things that I thought were going to happen, everything that I thought previously as true are now proven wrong. This can be applied to, like, well, I had a friend once upon a time who I trusted a lot, and then they stabbed me in the back, they went and they did their own thing, they abandoned me for other friends, this, that, and the other. People just get hurt through things like that. Or, in my case, and this is kind of the direction that I am focusing on, of the plans and things that we make in our lives, and rightfully we should plan, we should try and create some sort of a goal or a concept for our future that we should be working towards, in order to make sure that, you know, we are actually being productive and not just kind of wasting our lives doing nothing at all. But those plans don't always work out how we expect them to, or sometimes they don't work out at all. Such as my case. I mean, it's happened to me twice now, and you'd think I'd be learning at this point, but I'm rather thick-headed and stupid, so I haven't really learned anything, because I continue to make plans. But twice now in my life there have been points where I seem to be going into a period of expansion and growth, and everything seems to be just laid out just perfectly. It's like, okay, my goal is I'll do this, and then that will lead to something else, and that'll lead to something else, and that'll lead to something else, and in 5 years I'll have this wonderful, perfect dream life that I've been architecting in the background and planning out and putting into place all the little minutia and stuff in the back, in the behind the scenes, and just trying to make everything look perfect and beautiful. And not 2-3 months down the line, the entire thing is just blown up in my face, and all this beautifully architected and this beautifully worked out 5-year extravaganza of just wonderful, beautiful, glorious things just implodes in my face. And it's not just like, okay, well, this part fell apart, or that part isn't quite what I expected it to be. I mean, like, complete, like, Jenga tower toppling over deconstruction levels here. Every little brick is taken away. So the bricks are snapped, lit on fire, ground into fine dust, and then scattered over the ocean or something like that. Just every possibility of that perfect idea that I had had for so long, taken so much time and meticulous planning to just architect this beautiful, beautiful dream life, just falls apart. Like I said, this has happened to me twice. Now, it happened once about 3 years ago. I had just met my girlfriend, or I hadn't just met her, but I'd met her about 6 months before. But that was the point where it's like, okay, well, now I've met you, and I would like to start dating you in a attention to get married to you sort of thing. Some of you people know that I've gone on mission trips before. I had gone on one the year before this, and one the year before that. And this year I was like, well, okay, well, I'm going to go on another mission trip, go overseas. And I planned a trip to Japan, I planned a trip to Malawi, and I planned a trip to Scotland. Of course, this was in 2011. If for most of you remember, 2011 was the year the Fukushima reactors overloaded. So the trip to Japan didn't work out so well. I'm like, okay, well, I still got Malawi and I still got Scotland, so okay, here we go. And the thing with going overseas is it's a very expensive thing to do. It's an incredibly fun thing to do, but if you don't have the money, you don't go. And when it came time to cut bait, I did not have the money, and so I did not go to Malawi. And again, the same thing happened in the case of Scotland. So I didn't end up going to that either. It was just a very discouraging time because these are all like stepping stones along my path. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to go to Japan. I'm going to have a great time there. I'm going to go to Malawi. I'm going to preach to some people. I'm going to get some good experience under my belt. Then I'm going to I'm going to go to Scotland, and there's actually a Bible college there I was going to attend. But again, no money. I didn't go. I didn't learn what the things that I thought I was going to, and everything else just seemed to fall apart. I mean, like I said, I just decided, okay, well, I should try to start dating this girlfriend, and there's some people who were authority figures and would have at least some small measure of say in the matter, and they were not supportive in the slightest of that, and the entire thing just like deconstructed and fell apart. And my girlfriend, she stuck around for the entire duration of my sickness, actually, which was very kind of ironic, really, because I'm doing better. I'm not experiencing almost any of the symptoms that I had been for the last 2.5 years, and when that ended about a month and a half ago, it kind of ushered in the second period of everything just kind of falling apart. Because when you're sick and you can't really do a lot, you do have a lot of time to think and to plan and to work things out, and That's what I spent the last 2.5 years doing. I'm like, okay, well, as soon as I'm sick, as soon as I'm not sick, I was sick. As soon as I get better, as soon as I don't have any of these more symptoms or anything like that, here's my goal. I'm gonna get this part worked out. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna make this kind of money. I'm gonna bring my girlfriend here, and everything's gonna work out just beautifully. Well, that was a nice thought. It was a nice plan. It was a nice idea. It didn't end up working out so well. Not even 2 weeks after I got better, my girlfriend and I had an irreconcilable difference of opinions on how we should move forward with our relationship. And when I say irreconcilable, I don't mean we just have a agree to disagree type of moment. It's we heavily disagree on how this is going to move forward, and so it's not. I ended things with her a little over a month ago, or basically just a month ago. Yeah, probably actually a little less. I don't know. That's not really an important part. The other steps I plan on taking, I mean, I'm a business owner. I was planning on moving my business forward, getting all sorts of new contacts and leads and things like that, and getting out there and expanding it and getting bigger and earning some more money. And that hasn't exactly been going so particularly great either. And again, planning mission trips. Wouldn't you know it, I got better from my illness just in time to miss the deadline to go and sign up for more mission trips. So that got shut down. But kind of the interesting thing is that even when everything falls apart, even when everything just kind of seems to have completely just gone to pot, and there's no bright spot or no like, oh hey, this is going to work out okay, or this is going to be a good thing, even then there's always some little thing that just kind of pops up. It's like, oh, okay, well, that's okay. In the case 2 years ago, like I said, all my plans, all my trips and everything got canceled because of lack of funding. And even though she had been heavily encouraged to see me no more, my girlfriend stuck around for those 3 years. And that was incredibly encouraging. I mean, she stuck around all through my illness. She was, I would say, instrumental in helping me maintain some level of sanity while I was just kind of cooped up in my room, not really able to see anyone. So I was still very thankful to her for all the dedication in that part while I was going through that. I mean, it didn't end up working out. Like I said, there's some irreconcilable differences of opinion. And I'm not talking about light things, folks. I'm talking about like deep relationship ending type of things, because hey, it did end. But even through it, but there's always just like some little bright spot. I mean, even just this last couple of weeks, since I've gotten better and everything else started to fall apart. I mean, the Wall college I was supposed to go to in Scotland, it didn't work out, but some other things have. I started going to a Bible college actually just here, and as weird as it is, my first semester was completely paid for by someone who I still don't even know who it was. So it's really just kind of a brain bender that some things work out, some things don't, and most of our plans, as great and wonderful and beautiful as we think them to be, and as much time and effort as we put into them, even if they don't work out, there's always going to be some sort of a good thing, a bright spot, some sort of encouragement that comes even when everything else seems to be coming against us. And I guess that's kind of where I want to leave it for today. I may have some more insightful thing tomorrow, or maybe not, probably not. But for now, thank you all for watching. God bless and have a great day.